So you're rushing around, you're 5 minutes late already for the group ride, your tyres are a bit flat, you need to pump them up and you go and bend the valve. How do you sort it out? Does your bike have a PRESTA valve? This is what they look like. It has a little twiddly top on it which we're going to replace, which lets the air in and out. And the main body is quite often threaded, although that's not always the case. Compared to the Schrader valve here, which is much fatter and quite often is rubberized all the way down the main body. If you've got a pair of pliers to hand, then you can try and straighten it out, but you'll never get it perfect and there's a high chance you're going to snap it. As you can see, I have straightened it here and it is holding air, but in the back of your mind you're thinking, have I weakened it? It's not worth it, let's just replace it. The first stage of replacing the valve is to let the air out of the tyre. We do that by undoing the small brass nut, pushing it up and let the air hiss out. The tyre should now be completely deflated. You probably have this little tool kicking around your workshop. It comes free with most inner tubes. You probably wondered what it is. Well, it's for taking the valve cores out. It has an ovalized hole with flat edges. That slides onto the valve core. You can get other tools that do the same job, but this is free, small and fits in your tool bag very easily. Time to remove the old valve core. Make sure the air's out and the tyre is completely deflated. Slip the tool on. Turn the tool to the left 2 or 3 times. Then for the last few threads, do it by hand. This is best practice. This is because if you're in the middle of nowhere, you're repairing it, long grass, a little bit of pressure left in the tyre, it'll fire the valve out and you'll never find it again. Now to pop the new one in, tighten up the brass nut on the end of the valve core and slide it into the main body and finger tighten it up. It gets to the point where you can't tighten up anymore. This is time to grab the tool, slide it on, turn it to the right. It'll only go 2 or 3 more turns. Don't over tighten it because you don't want to squash the washer inside that seals the air from coming out of the valve. Now it's time to pump the tyre back up. Undo the brass nut on top of the valve. Push the pump head onto the valve, being careful not to bend the valve core. I'm using a track pump here with a pre-charged tank on it, but any track pump will work. This video is real time and as you can see the tyre goes up nicely. Give the tyre a few more pumps to the track pump to get it up to pressure. Take the pump off, do the brass nut up and then check for leaks. That's it, you're all done. If you've got any comments or I missed anything out, please leave it in the comments below.